Huge frustration for the Kent Spitfires in the opening match of the Vitality Blast for 2020 at the Spitfire Ground. Rain putting paid to a result with just 5 more balls required to get to the 5-over mark, and undoubtedly the Spitfires would have racked up the victory. They were at it right from the start. Tom Alsop, the first wicket to go. Superb catch by Jordan Cox, judging that one over his shoulder superbly, and the COVID celebrations out in force. First of 3 wickets for Matt Milnes. Fred Klaassen had a good day with the ball as well, but he started it off with this direct hit in the field as he removed the former Kent captain Sam Northeast for 2. Hampshire at that stage 22 for 2, and it became 28 for 3 when another well-judged catch, this time by Jack Leaning, removed George Munsey, who'd looked pretty good for his 19, a couple of 4s and a 6 in that. Rebuilding job was certainly required by Hampshire, 28 for 3 in the 6th over, but a really good partnership between Joe Weatherly and Lewis McManus got the show back on the road. Both of them picking up plenty of singles and some pretty nice looking boundaries as well. Lewis McManus made 26. Joe Weatherly, he eventually got up to 68 before he became another victim to Matt Milnes. But this typical of some of the shots we saw from Joe Weatherly, picking that one up over backward square for a maximum. Just a bit of good fortune here, but getting another 4 through third man. Hampshire indebted really to Weatherly and to McManus, their partnership getting them eventually to 139 for 6. There was a rain delay near the end of the Hampshire innings, but we got back out. Lewis McManus was caught by Alex Blake, eventually going for 26 off the bottom of the bat, picking out long on. This is the first of the rain interruptions. Ground staff at work, and it looked as though that may have been that. But the players did get going again, and Hampshire were able to complete their innings, get their full 20 overs in, and reach 139 for 6. Fred Klaassen in the wickets again as James Fuller is dismissed, edging that one through to Ollie Robinson behind the stumps. He went for 6, but Joe Weatherly completed a very well-deserved half-century, eventually making 68 with 6 4s and a couple of 6s. Not too much time for the Kent Spitfires at the crease, 4 overs and 1 ball, but that was time enough to see just how good Zach Crawley is looking, very much continuing where he left off for England down at the Ageas Bowl just a few days ago. Daniel Bell-Drummond also looking in terrific nick. Zach Crawley 22 not out, 4 4s for him. Daniel Bell-Drummond, this is big, maximum 1 6 and 5 4s in his 28 not out. Chris Wood getting a bit of treatment this time from the right-handed opener for the Kent Spitfires. 4 overs and 1 ball were bowled when rain interrupted for another time. Sadly, for the final time, Kent Spitfires well ahead of the Duckworth-Lewis Stern calculation, which undoubtedly would have brought them maximum points from this opening game in the Vitality Blast. But rain fell, it didn't stop falling, and eventually play was abandoned with Kent 52 without loss. 5 more balls and the Spitfires would have got off to a winning start, but alas, it was not to be. No result possible. Kent and Hampshire share the points. And it's a very quick competition this year. Spitfires back in action against Middlesex at Lords in a few days' time, and then back at the Spitfire Ground next week when it's the visit of the old enemy, Surrey.